Hers was the only house I visited on that memorable Halloween. I exited our porch through the screen door that remained accessible to everyone, including strangers. No one ever latched that door for any reason. Sometimes I wondered if a thief might make off with my red rocking horse stationed there, though the odds seemed pretty steep. Mom waved me on my journey. I glanced back at her only once, which was useless. Casper's eyes and mine didn't align, so the mask obstructed my view. To remedy that problem, after I'd collected the Tootsie Rolls, Lifesavers, and Double Bubble from Aunt Georgia, I shoved the plastic contraption onto my noggin and made a beeline for home. My mother, I imagined, had been monitoring my every step. The stretch between Aunt Georgia's house and mine engulfed me in blackness. About a mile to my right, near the cotton gin, existed a mysterious place my parents called Colored Town. Neither offered me a definition for that confusing term. "Don't go down that way," Mom had instructed me. I didn't ask why. Maybe child snatchers lived there, I surmised. I'd never walked that direction to find out. Right then, darkness prevented me from seeing my feet, much less a kidnapper. I hastened my steps, listening as rock cinders crunched beneath my scuffed sneakers. The night air induced a shiver, though it couldn't have been colder than 60 degrees. What had felt like a quick jaunt now seemed like a half-mile hike. I longed for Casper's powers to levitate and fly. With relief, I glimpsed our roof silhouette and, directly beneath it, the welcoming porch light. Almost there. I needed only to traverse a 2-foot drainage ditch that tunneled under our caliche driveway to reach safe ground. Crossing the expanse, I sought my mother's profile, but she had disappeared. I looked left and right in search of her, fearful of spying an abductor. Behind me, a menacing growl erupted, followed by sounds of shuffling footsteps. If friction between two objects sparks fire, my sneakers should have ignited. At a decibel level normally reserved for tornado sirens, which didn't yet exist, I screamed, "Mom!" My feet churned through dead Johnson grass and gravel, our lawn. As I sprinted, the wind caught Casper and burst the thin elastic cord looped around my neck. The mass took to the skies as if inhabited by its namesake. I honed in on the screen door, seeking somebody, anyone, who would save me from the pursuing beast. The snarling grew louder. "Mom!" Aunt Georgia was hard of hearing, so I knew not to count on her. Yet I was aghast when neither Mom nor Dad came to my rescue. Perhaps that was my punishment for being a difficult child. Internally, I vowed to behave in the future if only somebody would help me. Never again would I pull the dill plants from the garden, mistaking them for weeds, an infraction for which I'd been belt-whipped. I wouldn't break the blossoms from the plum trees and fashion them into bouquets again either. I would even stop inspecting Mom's scarlet lipstick if only she would save me. Like a cartoon calamity, I expected the chase would end when I reached home. Monsters can't exist in bright light, can they? Barely outpacing my assailant, I lunged for the screen door and yanked the metal handle. It didn't budge. I tugged again and again, but the latch had been secured. I whirled to calculate my escape options. The ogre stood no more than 5 feet away. Shoulders hunched, he lurched like an ape, his eyes, nose, and lips all compressed into a hideous blob. Black hair matted the beast's forehead. Shrouded in a dark cape, the creature beckoned me toward him. Deploying the only weapon at my disposal, I released a series of ear-piercing screams capable of reviving the vegetative. Between my bloody murder shrieks, Mom appeared. Casually, as if she were stepping outdoors to stargaze, she unlatched and opened the screen door. The animal trailing me might have continued growling. If so, I couldn't hear him over my mother's cackling fits. Seizing her skirt, I buried my face in her dress and wailed. Speech was impossible. I could barely breathe. My overtaxed heart felt like it might explode at any second. Mom hee-hawed. "It's only Daddy," she cooed. I raised my head from her Donna Reed-inspired skirt folds. The disfigured primate persisted. I did not want to look at him. "That monster is not my daddy. No, no, no."